Here we are. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. This is what we normally do every morning around 10 o'clock when I go take my walks. But workflow is a lot different this week. Got a lot of stuff that I'm covering and working on this week. So we had to move the time to 12:15, which is now. I want to say good afternoon to Denise George. What's hot? Diane Rosier, good afternoon. Thank you for stopping through. Thank you for stopping through. Good afternoon, Leslie White. Thank you guys for coming through. I'm glad you guys made it. I know you guys know normally around 10 o'clock is when I take my walk, but workflow has been kind of hectic for me this week. Training stuff and being prepared and still trying to get these last 5 sponsors for this Tampa Bay Wealth Summit. So a lot of work is going on. Hey, Bernadette Dare from Maryland, y'all. Good to see you, Bernadette. The dynamite photographer, the only photographer I want to use. Dynamite photographer. But let's get started, folks. I'm not going to keep you guys. I'm gonna be real quick. So I hope you guys can take some mental notes if you don't have anything to write with, or if you need to make some notes, just put it in the comments and you can refer back to this video later to get the notes and jot them down to wherever you want to jot them down to. All right. Yes, Denise George is going to work out. Absolutely. Let's get started, folks. If it's going to be, it's up to me to fulfill my dreams and possibilities with dedication and motivation to inspire thousands from all nations. When times are tough and breaks you down, just smile with toughness and rebuild from the ground. During tough times, adversity is a lot. Just remember, time flies, but you are the pilot. Ladies and gentlemen, real quick, I want you to do me a huge favor and visit 2 Facebook pages, Jay Lee Speaks and WAN Global LLC. Like both of those pages because we got information coming out that's coming very, very soon. Also visit those 2 websites for those 2 pages, jayleespeaks.com and WANGlobalLLC.com. WAN Global is already sharing information about the Tampa Bay Wealth Summit scheduled for January. jayleespeaks.com is my website that you can subscribe to our emails and newsletters. So be sure to do that, folks. Subscribe from my jayleespeaks.com website. Subscribe to our newsletters. We're going to be shooting some information out to you guys in concern of the Wealth Summit tours. Myself, those of you who are in the Tampa Bay area, November the 12th, I will be speaking at Annie's Beauty Supply Store. It is totally free. Only thing you have to do is bring pen and pad. I'm going to be talking about the 3 D's to an extraordinary lifestyle. I've covered that before here during my live podcast, but I'm going to go in depth in it on the 12th. I got more time. I'm going to be getting deep inside. I'm going to talk I'm going to go a little bit of metaphysical on you guys. So you got to be ready. Make sure you have some pen and pad. Now, those of you who are not in the area, I don't know how I'll be able to set up live event or not to stream it live. I don't know what type of technology they will have there, or if I will be able to plug my phone into a socket, keep it powered, and just have it showing live. I don't know how that's going to work out, but I'll try to go live while I'm doing that on the 12th, folks. It's from 2 to 4. No, it is from, I think it's from 2 to 4. Let's go to my page and you would be able to see it. I am live. Donna Watts. I'm live right now. So thank you for stopping through. Folks, what I want to talk about today is conformity. Oh, before I get into our topic of today, please know that following the 12th will be the 13th of November on our Monday Motivational Power Talk at 9 p.m. I will have special guest, James Arthur Ray, from the movie The Secret and the book The Secret, live. So make sure you guys are here. Tell all your friends about it. Make sure we fill the place up for James Arthur Ray. 9 o'clock p.m. right here in your living room or wherever you're watching us at. So it's going to be a split screen. One screen is going to be me. The other screen is going to be James Off the Ray. So I hope you guys are fired up. We're going to be able to ask questions. So make sure you inbox me your questions, folks. No one's done it yet. I'm serious. I'm going to hog it and ask all the questions for myself. I don't want to do that. I want you guys to submit some questions. And I will say your name with the question. Say, this is questions come from da-da-da-da, and ask the question, okay? So make sure you guys do that. We will be able to answer as many questions as we can in the comments, but we want to really get your question that you inbox me will be the question that goes to the top of the Q&A after he's finished speaking and he takes a few questions. All right, so make sure you guys hit my inbox with some questions that you have for James Off the Ray and pertaining to wealth building. We're going to be talking about wealth, okay? So let's go into our topic for this day. It would have been at 10 o'clock, but my workflow didn't allow it. So we're here. It started at 12:15. I'm going to talk about conformity. Conformity. The opposite of success is not failure. The opposite of success is not failure. The opposite of success is conformity. You see, you have to get out. People say, think outside the box. Think outside the box. Yeah, you're trying to escape conformity by thinking outside the box, because that box is conformity. It's what you're used to. It's what you've been raised on. It's what people told you you needed to do or you were supposed to do, right? And you have to think outside the box in order for you to branch from everybody else, in order for you to do your own thing, in order for you to reach the new levels, increase your bottom line, et cetera, et cetera. Here's one important thing, folks. You can't think outside the box anymore. No. You have to live outside the box. You see, when you say think outside the box, that means your thinking may be outside the box, but you are still in the box. You have to totally leave that box. Kick it. Kick the hell out of the box. Walk away from the box. See, thinking outside the box is your imagination, which is great. Albert Einstein even said imagination is better than knowledge. So use your imagination, think outside the box. But what follows your imagination is your action, folks. That's the law of attraction. That's metaphysics. What you imagine, what you think about, you bring about. So you think outside the box. You got to follow your thinking. Leave the box. Kick the damn box. Get out of there. You got to live outside the box. Now, let me just give you one hardcore example. The rest of this talk is going to be on this one example alone. As kids, as children, we were born neurological thinkers, but we were trained to be logical thinkers. Now, let me explain the difference. Let me illustrate what I mean when I say neurological thinkers. Neurological thinkers, let's say logically 1 + 1 in mathematics equals 2. We got that. But neurologically, 1 + 1 equals whatever you want it to be. You're living a life without boundaries. You have total control of your life. And in fact, last night I talked about having authority over your life. You see, survivors seeks freedom. Conquerors seeks authority. If you break down the word authority, you can take the word author out of authority. What is an author? You're an author of your life. Come on, folks. So conformity. We were raised and born. We were born in a world of conformity. Let me prove that to you. You went to grade school from kindergarten all the way into 12th grade, right? 12 years of training. 12 years of training of a schedule that you're going to eventually follow for the next 40 years of your life. Think about this. Get up in the morning as a child. You have to be to school between 8:45 to 9 o'clock. Take a 30-minute or hour lunch break. Go back to class. Go home around 3 to 3:15. That's on a Monday. Tuesday, you repeat. Wednesday, you repeat. Thursday, you repeat. Friday, you repeat. Saturday and Sunday, they give you those days off. You follow that same exact schedule for all of the 12 years you're in grade school. And here's the key, folks. If you were to ask your parents, as I asked my parents, how come I have to do this every single day? And my parents would tell me, well, because you're not an adult yet. So therefore, as a child, as a minor, the school system and your parents is in charge of your schedule until you become an adult. Then you can do whatever you want to do. Have you guys heard that as a child? When you become an adult, you can go do whatever you want to do. Have you heard that? I heard it a lot. But guess what? When you graduate from high school, you become an adult, you accept the responsibilities of womanhood and manhood. Guess what happens? You follow that same schedule on a day job. You get up early in the morning, you get to work between 7 to 9 o'clock. You take an hour lunch break or 30-minute lunch break or an hour lunch break. You go back to work on a Monday, right? Finish work, you get off between 3 to 5 or 6 o'clock. You go home, wind down, go to bed, get up in the morning, do the next same thing on Tuesday. Then you do the exact same thing on Wednesday, the exact same thing on Thursday, the exact same thing on Friday. And then the weekend comes, you got 2 days off, unless you have the type of job where you work on weekends as well. See, they done trained you all of your child's life to follow a system that is designed to keep you not responsible or not in charge of your life. Trained you, folks. That is conformity. And unconsciously, you participated. We all have. Unconsciously, we have participated in that. But you're supposed to be grown. Isn't that what they told us? When you're grown, you can do what you want to do. Put this in your comments, folks. A person that controls your salary controls your life. A person who controls your salary controls your life. Now, I've heard talks where people say, well, they don't own me this. Let me tell you something. You need permission to get off from work. You need permission to take a vacation. Hell, you even need permission to get sick. If you don't have sick leave available and you get sick, you get penalized. You don't get paid for the days that you're off because you're sick. You need permission to be sick. And you got to work a certain amount of hours to accumulate the sick leave. Some private companies now don't even have sick leave versus vacation leave no more. They have what is called PTO. They call it paid time off. Paid time off. So they accumulate, they took vacation and sick and put it all into one. So it doesn't matter if you're sick or not. Whenever you're off, that's taking time out. And if you don't have any leave, PTO leave, guess what? Whether you're sick or not, it's penalty. What's the penalty? You don't get paid for the hours that you're missing from work. But you're an adult. You can do everything you want to do with it. I mean, you're an adult, right? See, you at work, you work just hard enough to keep from being fired. And they pay you just enough to keep you from quitting. So what happened to thinking outside of the box? Right? What happened to thinking outside the box? What happened to you being an author of your life? Break down the derivative of author. You have authority. I mean, it comes from the word authority. You take the word authority and you take author out of it. You're the author of your life. You have to create an amazing story. So if you create an amazing story, then guess what happens? That can't happen unless you have full authority over your life. Now, I'm not telling you to go out and walk out on your job right now. You got kids, you got to eat, you got to pay bills. We get it. But here's the key. Conformity put us all there. The opposite of conformity is what's going to take us out. Success. Grit. Dedication. Commitment. People have a hard time with that commitment word. What is the definition of commitment? Doing what you said you were going to do long after the mood you said it in has left you. So even when you don't feel like being successful, you got to go out there and succeed. Are you going to fail? Hell yeah, you're going to fail. That is called resistance. You guys saw what I just posted just before we went live. You got to read, but reading don't make you stronger. See, reading make you sharper. It's the resistance that you have to face by applying what you read or what you have read is what makes you stronger. You got to face the resistance, folks. Reading is only the preparation. It is only to sharpen the mind. It is only to gain knowledge. But the strength, the strong, when you're getting stronger, the building of the mind, the building of your will doesn't take place until you face resistance. And most people are afraid of resistance. Why? Because they've been conformed to a 9-to-5. There's not much resistance on a 9-to-5 as it is if you're out on your own. Just saying. So that's important, people. We're talking about conformity. Friend of mine, James Arthur Ray, he'll probably mention this on the 13th when we go live with him as our guest. He said it perfectly. He said, we were born into greatness, but we were conditioned into mediocrity. Whoo! He's going to fire your asses up. I hope y'all be ready on the 13th. I'm trying to tell you, folks, you've been told from grade school that you have the schedule. You have to go to school every day. You go take your lunch break, go back to school and do it again all 5 days out the week because you were a minor. Are you a minor now? Are you still following the same schedule you followed when you were a child that someone else had to place on you? Are you still following that? Don't get mad at me. I hope you're not getting angry with me. I just want to put the light. I just want to turn the light on in all of our mind and get us to the point where we can just say to ourselves, wait a minute. Is that what I want for the next 40 years of my career or the next 30 or how many years you have left before you retire? Let me say this, folks. There's a system called the 40-40-40 plan. When you're in grade school and even in college, in most cases, prepare you for the 40-40-40 plan. See, you have no control over the 40-40-40 plan. That plan is placed on you without your consent. What is the 40-40-40 plan? 40 hours a week for 40 years and retire off 40% of your retirement. So people say, what do you mean 40% of my retirement? I should get all my retirement. You're only going to get about 40%, Jack. Because guess what happens? The 60% is going to Uncle Sam and it's going to the brokers out on Wall Street. Right now, brokers are getting rich off your 401k. You're only going to get crumbs off the table when you retire, when you're in your 70s. They're going to give you crumbs off the table. Everybody else became multi-millionaires off your hard-earned money. That's what conformity does. Conformity does that, folks. It does that to the small guy. But guess what? The people who got rich off your money, they live outside the box. They don't teach you money in college. They don't teach you about true grit in grade school. They don't teach you how to invest in companies. They don't teach you how to increase your bottom line. They don't teach you how to grind. They don't teach you about exploring, expanding your means, taking your business to the next level. See, they only teach you the theory parts, but they don't teach you how to make comebacks. You got to go to seminars for those things, folks. You got to read. Dr. Willie Jolly, one of my mentors, he got a book, A Setback is a Setup for a Comeback. Have you read that? Come on, folks. I can throw a lot of books out there that I read. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Think and Grow Rich, A Black Choice by Dr. Dennis Kimbrough. 177 Mental Toughness Secrets of the World Class by Steve Siebold. Who Moved My Cheese by Spencer Johnson. Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Conspiracy of the Rich by Robert Kiyosaki. I can keep going. 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John C. Maxwell. 5 Levels of Leadership by John C. Maxwell. Opportunity Knocks by Pat Mesiti. How Come This Idiot's Rich and I'm Not by Rob Shemin. I can keep going. Books and books and books and books, books. All I'm saying to you folks, reading makes you sharper, but you don't get stronger until you apply what you've read and face the resistance. So that's all I'm going to share with you today, guys. I hope this was helpful. Please type it in the comment if this was helpful to you. And thank you very much for joining in today. Listen, don't forget to go to both of my business pages, Jay Lee Speaks and WAN Global LLC, and like those pages, because information is coming out from those pages that you need to know. And our Monday Motivational Power Talk that comes every Monday, 9:00 p.m., comes from our Jay Lee Speaks page. So we want to make sure you like that page so you can get notified. All right. So with that being said, I want you guys to do me one huge favor, and that is to share the video. If you have came in late, please share it, watch it again, and then share it. If you've been with me already, please share it. Let me give a quick shout out to those who share every day. Diane Rosier shares. That's my sister-in-law. Good to see you, Diane. Denise George shares. Nisa Hopper shares. Brother Antoine Wash shares. Brother Cooper shares. And Sylvia Fleming shares. Who else shared? Leslie White shares. Thank you, Leslie. Leslie White is thebomb.com, folks. So listen, I really appreciate it, guys. I want you to do me one last huge favor after that, and that is to sing like no one can hear you. Dance like no one can see you. Love like you've never been hurt. And live like it's heaven on earth. I'm Jay Lee. I love you, and the world needs you. So stop that damn texting and driving here. All right, folks. Peace and blessings. Have a great day.